You may have seen images like these popping up on your social media feeds recently. Some potentially dangerous or inflammatory, like this fake photo of an explosion allegedly outside the Pentagon that never really happened. Others are just kind of fun and silly, including this fake photo of Pope Francis supposedly riding a bicycle in Rome at the age of 86. Can you tell that that was generated by AI?
So there's a little bit, often with AI, they're putting the top of somebody on somebody else's bottom. So here, there's somebody else riding this bicycle, and they've taken the image of a pope doing something else and put him on top of this. So you can't really tell between that line between his pants and his top.
And that is the problem, according to Notre Dame professor of global affairs Lisa Schirch, one of the hundreds of artificial intelligence experts and engineers who signed this 22-word statement from the Center for AI Safety. Quote, "Mitigating the risk of extinction from AI should be a global priority alongside other societal scale risks, such as pandemics and nuclear war."
50% of AI scientists, these are the experts creating the technology, say that there is a 10% chance that AI will lead to the extinction of humans.
That's terrifying.
It's terrifying, and you have the smartest people building the AI, building the machine, that recognize they cannot control these machines either. We're at the precipice of unleashing a Frankenstein machine that could take us down, just like the science fiction movies.
The Terminator coming to life.
Yes.
Do you fear human extinction because of AI at some point?
No, I don't. This all deserves our attention, but human extinction is not on the menu for many decades or centuries from artificial intelligence. We're not anywhere near the point where that is something that I fear. I'm far more worried about pandemics and nuclear fallout and famines caused by droughts and so on than I am about AI extinction.
Why?
We're just not far enough along yet.
Professor Tim Weninger is the Director of Graduate Studies in Computer Science and Engineering at Notre Dame. His team is working on using artificial intelligence systems to proactively identify those manipulated images, deepfake videos, and the rapid spread of disinformation on social media platforms, often funneled to your feed by aggressive algorithms.
By some estimates, as much as half of all online activity is done by bots. So half of the reviews you read, half of the likes and retweets and shares that you have on social media, the estimates are done by non-human AI systems. And when we rely upon the likes and shares and the votes contributed by others for the news that we see and read on the social media platforms, and if half of those are not humans, then we have a problem.
And this new AI technology is getting simpler and simpler to use. Even I can do it. I signed up for OpenAI's ChatGPT and its image generator called DALL-E 2. All you have to do is type a description in this chat box. Let's try Governor Eric Holcomb dancing at Notre Dame Stadium. Then wait about 30 seconds or less, and here's the end result.
It's becoming easier and easier.
And Professor Weninger's major concern isn't funny photos or some futuristic Terminator-like killer AI robot mowing down humans. Instead, it's the potential real-world impact on political campaigns, voters, and overall public trust.
For a democracy, we rely upon the opinions of the voters to actually make decisions, and if those voters can be swayed by artificial intelligence systems on the online systems, then that has a huge impact.
He fears the era of extreme partisanship in Washington, D.C. and fake news could get even worse because of bogus AI-generated news sites online.
Pink slime journalism, which is where you have these artificial news agencies that crop up online. It's usually something like ABC56news.com will come online and look just like a regular news agency, but it's fake. It's completely made up by an AI system, and it looks indistinguishable from a regular news agency.
And the human creators of those sites' goal is to sway real public opinion on political candidates or important issues with actual fake news stories. How do we know what's real and what's not anymore?
Right, and that's the big question, right? So who's behind this article? Is it a trustworthy news source? Before I click any further, do I want to share this with my friends by liking it or clicking the share button? We have to discern the media that we consume ourselves.
Take, for example, these fake photos allegedly showing former President Donald Trump being arrested, all generated by artificial intelligence last month.
You can enter into an AI chatbot, give me a picture of Donald Trump being arrested, and it will generate a picture of that, even though that has not happened. So it is a way of creating a false reality that can really change a lot of things in the world, and which is why people are thinking this is a weapon that needs to be controlled rather than just a fun tool.
We also showed Professor Schirch this relatively harmless picture of former British Prime Minister Boris Johnson dancing in a public park too, and she knew it was a fake right away.
What are the tips that this is AI generated?
So look at his hands. Look how strange they are. His pointer finger's not coming out of where, sort of, his fingers are mismatched actually, so that's a common sign. Sometimes AI creates people with 6 fingers. It's not very good at hands yet. That's one of the main problems with it now, but that'll be cleared up in a couple of months with the AI learning from itself.
And Professor Schirch compares the threat from artificial intelligence that nearly anyone, anywhere can use right now to the threat of nuclear weapons falling into the wrong hands.
We are just giving these weapons of mass destruction to anybody in the world. And just think about that. There's a lot of bad actors. There's a lot of people that want to do us harm. Do we really want to give them such a powerful tool to take our society down? This is a national security threat, and we need to be treating it as a national security threat.